I already know, man. You know who Rap Elite. I'm back with another video. Look, you already know the drill. You know what I'm saying? You're new to the channel. Hit that bell notification. Please make sure that you thumbs up this video. Thumbs up the video. You know what I'm saying? That helps me out with the algorithm, all that. You know what I'm saying? So listen, today we're going to chit chat about R. Kelly, sentenced to 30 years in prison. Crazy, right? So we're gonna talk about that. Also, we're gonna talk about Cardi B. She released a snippet of her new song that she said it's like something I never did before, and it sounds the same in my opinion. But listen, let's jump into this R. Kelly shit first. Make sure that you subscribe, thumbs up the video, all that. So listen, R. Kelly sentenced to 30 years in prison for federal racketeering and sex trafficking charges. So actually, it's a little video right here. Let's check that out. Let me stop this music. Let's stop the music real quick and let's check this video out. Let's see. Let's go.
I didn't know if this was normal. I didn't know if this is how adults acted. Like I just didn't know.
He has this type of like intimidation right off the bat. I was just waiting for it to be over.
I think he gets some sort of satisfaction within himself knowing that he's taking control over other people.
R. Kelly found guilty by a jury in New York on allegations. R. Kelly was sentenced to 30 years in prison for federal racketeering, sex charges, trafficking charges. Damn, Kelly faces separate criminal charges in Illinois and Minnesota. He denies those allegations. Crazy. And New York prosecutors said Kelly perpetrated an organized effort to coerce minors.
Maybe I would go without eating for a couple days as punishment. Also being slapped and beaten, kicked. I was introduced to one of the girls.
I want to say this, right?
That he told me he trained.
Like, listen, I know a lot of these women, you know, their families could have done a lot better, but that still doesn't mean that they deserve that, like the things that they've been through. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people feel a lot of different ways about the time that he received for these crimes, but let's just continue.
And since she was 14, those were his words.
See how that ropes in? It's tied in. Crazy. Age ain't none but a number was written and produced by R. Kelly, especially for Aaliyah. Damn, why they pulling this into it? Y'all think this has relevance?
The advantage of minors will not be tolerated.
Yeah. In 2019 bombshell documentaries of 5 and R. Kelly, more women described the abuse by Kelly.
I was a little girl in like a bad man's world. I never really recovered from it.
In an interview, CBS told Kelly the Gayle King that woman in the documentary lied.
The 6-part series interviewed 50 people,
Damn.
family members, your former tour manager, numerous women who all claim that you abused them. Are you saying everybody in that documentary was not telling the truth about you? Everybody?
If you really look at that documentary, which I'm sure you have,
I have.
Everybody said something bad about me. Nobody said nothing good. They was describing Lucifer.
You know what's so crazy? You know what's so crazy? I know, like, and you never know to the extent of people getting paid off or whatever, but there's a lot of huge people I think that they would want to say some bad things about, like Jay-Z. I'm pretty sure they would love to have dirt on him. And he might have dirt and maybe it's just not come out yet or whatever the case may be. But R. Kelly, like, I don't know. I mean, of course, he's not going to incriminate himself in an interview, but there is some, listen, my friend told me this at a very young age, and I go by this even to this day. It's a little bit of truth. Maybe not 100%, but it'd be a little bit of truth to them rumors. It'd be a little bit. So that's that. So listen, let's get that off the screen. Stop that. Hold on a second. All right. Let's stop that. Make sure that that's stopped. So let me go down. So disgraced R&B singer R. Kelly was sentenced to 30 years in prison Wednesday, according to U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of New York, following the conviction last year on federal racketeering and sex trafficking charges stemming from his efforts over years to use his fame to to ensnare victims he sexually abused. Prosecutors had asked the judge to sentence Kelly, 55, to more than 25 years behind bars, while his defense attorneys asked for 10 or fewer, saying prosecutors' requests were tantamount to a life sentence. Survivors of Kelly abuse held hands and prayed for the U.S. District Court Judge Ann Donnelly began reading his sentence. Kelly, who wore a tan prison uniform, dark-rimmed glasses, and a black mask at the hearing in federal court in Brooklyn, showed no emotion. Wow. You left in your wake a trail of broken lives, Donnelly told Kelly, whose full name is Robert Sylvester Kelly. In deciding the sentence, Donnelly said that she considered Kelly's own traumatic childhood, during which his attorney said was repeatedly sexually abused by a family member and a landlord. It may explain, at least in part, what led to your behavior, the judge said, and most surely is not an excuse. Javante Cunningham, a former backup singer for Kelly, praised the sentence. I started this journey 30 years ago, Cunningham said outside of court after the hearing. There wasn't a day in my life up until this moment until I actually believed that the judicial system would come through for Black or brown girls. I stand here very proud of my judicial system, very proud of my fellow survivors, and very pleased with the outcome. A jury convicted Kelly last September on 9 accounts, including 1 charge of racketeering and 8 counts of violations of Mann Act, a sex trafficking law. Prosecutors from the Eastern District of New York accused Kelly of using his status as a celebrity and a network of people in his disposal to target girls, boys, and young women for his own sexual gratification. He's targeting boys too. I think they talk about that, but they don't really emphasize that. But yeah, I mean, the 5-week federal trial in Brooklyn included testimony from witnesses who said that they were sexually, physically abused by Kelly. The court also heard from people involved in orchestrating the disgraced R&B singer's 1994 marriage to late singer Aaliyah when she was 15 years old and he was an adult. She believes she got pregnant. Kelly's attorney, Jennifer Bonjan, said that he would not address the court, pointing to the other criminal case faced by Kelly, but said before the sentence was read and that her client rejects that he is a monster. So Kelly rejects that he's a monster. Of course, you know, a lot of people are in denial. They don't realize, and especially a lot of time when years pass, people think that things go away and they may not. I don't know. So listen, he accepts that he is a flawed individual, Bonjan said, but he is not the one-dimensional monster that the government has portrayed and the media has portrayed. Kelly made his only comment in response to the judge after Bonjan said he wouldn't speak. Yes, Your Honor, that's my wish. Bonjan said she advised Kelly not to speak at the sentencing because the pending litigation against him, but added he regrets and he is sad. Nobody wants to hear what he heard today. Nobody wants to hear what he heard today. Okay, so no one can undo the harm. Prior sentencing, the court heard impact statements from Kelly's victims, including Jane Doe, too, who testified at the trial. It's been 23 years since we knew each other, and you victimized a lot of girls since then, she said, addressing Kelly. She later added, now it's your turn to have your freedom taken from you. No one can undo the harm that has been done to these victims, attorney Gloria Allred, who represented 3 victims who testified, told reporters Wednesday outside court. But at least it's time for Mr. Kelly to be accountable. All right. Defense attorneys and prosecutors argued Wednesday in court over whether Kelly could even pay a fine. The defense said he is pretty close to indigent and could not. Prosecutors disagree, saying that money from the sale of some of his music rights and millions of dollars in royalties held by Sony could cover any fine. See, they already tapped in, man. In the 9 months since conviction, Kelly has replaced his entire legal team with Bonjan and her firm. Bonjan is the attorney who helped Bill Cosby get his sexual assault conviction overturned and also represented Cosby in a civil case he lost this month at trial. We were prepared for it, Bonjan said, out of the sentence outside of court. We are now prepared to fight this appeal. Kelly is being held at a federal detention facility in Brooklyn and is expected to be moved back to Chicago, where he faces another federal trial in August on child pornography and obstruction charges. Wow. It's crazy, man. This is a lot. This is heavy. Childhood trauma revealed in over 14 hours of interviews with psychiatrist expert. Kelly said that his closest relationship growing up was with his mother. His earliest memories were watching his mom perform as a singer in a band called Six Pack, and he would often accompany her to McDonald's where she would drink coffee and they would share a pastry. Kelly had never met his father and described his mother's death as the most tragic event in his life, saying he would go to McDonald's frequently to smell the coffee to remember her. According to a letter filed by Renee Sorrentino to a clinical assistant professor at Harvard Medical School, to me, the M stands for mom. Going to McDonald's is always being around my mother, Kelly said. But his childhood was also marked by trauma. Kelly saw a childhood sweetheart drown when he was a little boy, and people interviewed the psychiatrist experts say Kelly was repeatedly sexually abused beginning when he was a 6 or 7 year old boy. His attorney wrote saying he was abused by his older sister and also a landlord at times on a weekly basis. Sorrentino said that in her letter, Kelly's childhood sexual abuse may have contributed to his hypersexuality or difficulty controlling sexual urges, and believes it was a factor in his criminal convictions. While Kelly was convicted of sexual exploitation of a child, Sorrentino refused to diagnose Kelly with pedophilia because he told her his sexual behavior had never involved prepubescent individuals, she said. Faith, another woman who testified in Kelly's trial, countered the defense argument Wednesday in her victim impact statement, saying that her own father had been sexually abused as a child but never molested me. Support for the singer. Among the letters that asked for a shorter sentence for Kelly was one written by Diana Copeland, Kelly's former assistant, who testified as a government witness, who said that she wrote a letter in support of Kelly because it was the right thing to do. God doesn't want us to throw humans away, Copeland wrote. If we have the audacity to care for the perpetrators as well as the victims, we can all rise. Jocelyn Savage, who was considered a victim of Kelly's by prosecutors, also remains a supporter. Robert and I are deeply in love, and breaks my heart that the government has created a narrative that I'm a victim, Savage wrote. I'm a grown woman and can speak for myself, which is why I wanted to provide a letter to the court. In her letter, Savage revealed she is now engaged to Kelly. Okay. Prosecutors face threats ahead of the sentencing. The Chicago man who had attended Kelly's trial in Brooklyn was arrested and charged with making threats against the 3 U.S. attorneys who prosecuted Kelly. A copy of the arrest warrant shows Christopher Gunn was arrested Saturday for allegedly posting threats to kill or seriously injure the female prosecutors. According to the arrest warrant, Gunn posted video on his YouTube channel in October, shortly after Kelly was found guilty, and showed an image of the U.S. attorney for the Eastern District of New York, where the woman worked. Prosecutors believe the voice narrated in the video is Gunn's, and he says, that's where they're at. That's where they work at. We're going to storm the office. They saying each of the 3 prosecutors' name. Why would they do that? People are crazy. They don't realize everything online is traced. Listen, you think it ain't traced. If you ain't got the stomach for that shit we about to do, I'm asking you to just bail out. He allegedly said in the video. Damn. That's crazy. Prosecutors also analyzed a Cash App account linked to Gunn that shows multiple transactions from February 26, 2021 to June 1st that indicate Gunn engaged in sale of firearm ammunition in relation to Kelly matter. They said transactions included payments for $20 with descriptions saying 30 rounds free Kelly. CNN has reached out to attorney for Kelly for comment. Crazy. See how they be pulling up everything? Prosecutors believe Gunn was planning to attend Kelly's sentencing on Wednesday after he posted another video saying he had a spot for supporters to meet up near the courthouse. CNN has reached out to an attorney for Gunn, who is expected to have a detention hearing Wednesday. So that's that on R. Kelly. Listen, I definitely want to just send my heart out to the women who are hurt behind this matter. Yes, I do understand just because you are abused growing up, that doesn't mean that you turn around and do it to others. And if you do it, you just have to realize there's going to be a consequence that's associated with it. So I don't know how R. Kelly's going to get the help being locked up, but do I think that he deserves to be reprimanded? Of course he does. And listen, it's just like when I spoke about something else. Only thing I feel like this, right? When people hurt and kill babies and do shit like that to women and stuff like that, then that angers me, right? And these matters, I do feel like, you know, even though these women were abused and, you know, things like that, I think that he deserves to, but I don't know if it's like, you know, is 30 years excessive, you know, is 10 years excessive, is, you know, I don't want to put any time limit on it, but, you know, hopefully the people who are associated with it, they feel some sort of relief and they get some sort of help, or, you know, continue to heal and things like that. That's all I could really say about that. But listen, let's get into this next thing and bring up this Cardi B shit. So Cardi B released this TikTok video. To me, she's trying to get his vibe. Like this is a lot of the things that, hold on. This is what like a lot of the unsigned, like, smaller artists do. So,
I don't know what's called them in my heart on my necklace. Pretty when I wake up, I'm a bad bitch.
Snippet. Hold on. All right, let's see how it's on the screen. Peep the situation. All right, play.
I'm connected. I don't know what's longer, man. My block list on my checklist. I don't know what's called them in my necklace. Pretty when I wake up, I'm a bad bitch.
Hold on, give me a second. Oh. All right, so let's just stop that. Bring it back up again. My bad. I apologize for that. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, hit all notifications so you have these videos in your possession. So listen, let's bring this back. I don't know what I did before, but fuck. All right, let's start it.
I don't know what's longer, man. My block list on my checklist. I don't know what's called them in my heart on my necklace. Pretty when I wake up, I'm a bad bitch. I break it.
It's like, listen, I'm really interested in knowing this is the rap that Kanye West wrote for Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it is. I feel like it is, because what she's trying to do is she's trying to say these like bad bitch quotables. Because I just listened. I'm telling you, when she say shit, Cardi almost tells on herself when she was describing this record and saying this is nothing like she ever did before, even though it sounds like some up between up and money. Like I don't know. Why the fuck she keep putting her damn hand under her chin like that? That shit is just so fake. Like Cardi is like not a natural. You know what it is though? I can't say that nobody can't glow up, but what I would say is like, you ever see somebody glow up and it just seems like it's so smooth. Like with Cardi, everything just seemed forced. Like she can't even believe that she's this bad bitch that she raps about. You understand what I'm saying? But listen, I'm really interested. I am going to review it because I want to see what the lyrics is like. And, you know, Kanye was boasting about that. He wrote the lyrics and all of that. And I want to see what they're saying, you know? Are they going to be throwing any subs or anything like that? But yeah, that's about it. So Cardi released a little video. Listen, this is why I also tried to say, oh, let me touch this before I leave. You know, the other day when she said that, oh, she didn't know if it was going to be promo or anything like that. What do you call this? What do you call this? Cardi is somebody who plays mental games. You know what I'm saying? Imagine her coming out with something and not promoing. That don't make sense. So you know that she always full of shit. She just wants attention or a mention. That's real, to be honest. And you know that shit is real. She just want attention. She want attention. You know that it would kill her to come out and not promote and do anything. You know what I'm saying? So listen, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about Kanye West saying that he wrote this for her too. Matter of fact, let me find that while I'm on here right now so I can show you. Give me a second. Which I think about Megan Thee Stallion. She's going viral for having, you know, the shit looked good when she was over shaking her ass. But I just feel like Megan, hold on a second. I just feel like Megan, I feel like Megan is always selling sex, but she ain't selling no units. Let me go to that. Kanye West say he wrote Cardi verse. Kanye West wrote Cardi verse. And this was in January. That's why I don't understand why Shorty tried to act like. Hold on, let's bring this up real quick before we get up out of here. We had 19 minutes. Thumbs up the video, please. Thumbs it up, subscribe, all that shit. You feel me? So Kanye West confirms that he finished a verse for Cardi B. You see this, right? Shit ain't new. It seems like a collaboration between the artists formerly known as Kanye West and Cardi B is well underway. Speaking in a recent Hollywood Unlocked interview, Ye confirmed that he is done in the studio for Cardi B cut. My cousins were saying, "Come here," yesterday, but I was finishing the verse for your girl. You know what I mean? He said, referring to Cardi B. I always believed in her since she was on Love and Hip Hop. Period. Earlier this month, rumors began circulating that the pair had filmed a music video in the Balenciaga store. Ye was spotted in Miami store and said he and Cardi, both Balenciaga ambassadors, supposedly shut down the branch to film. So stay tuned for more info on the Ye and Cardi B collaboration. You see what I'm saying? So this shit ain't nothing new. Yeah, it's nothing new. My cousins were saying, "Come by, get here, Ye." But yesterday I was finishing the verse for your girl. You know what I mean? Referring to Cardi. Crazy, you know what I'm saying? Shorty just want to exist in the black girl world, just to be in some sort of competition, even though she can't compete. And that's the thing that annoys me most with Cardi. It's like you copy Nicki from everything, and then it's just like, now you're doing tracks. Now you want to do a track with two rappers, like you really this lyricist or some shit like that. And they're talking about you this bad chick when you wake. Come on, man. Do some believable lyrics, like, you know what I'm saying? But listen, we're going to hear what this shit sound like. And if Kanye West is on some oppie shit on this track, we definitely going to talk about it. We definitely are. We're going to hear what the lyrics is talking about you always believed in her. If you always believed in her, Kanye, why you got to write her lyrics? I don't understand that. Listen, this is your boy LaRon, female rap elite. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that shit. I'm out. Peace.